Get ready to uncover some spine-tingling secrets about the Great Sphinx. Did you know that this ancient wonder is still shrouded in mystery? Let's dive into the top discoveries that have archaeologists sleeping with the lights on. Starting with how it was made, a mind-boggling feat that would have drained Egypt's economy for centuries. The truth is, we don't exactly know who commissioned and built the Great Sphinx of Giza, but theories point to mighty pharaohs like Khafre or his older brother, Redefine. One thing's certain, this gargantuan structure took an enormous amount of time and resources, making it a true marvel of ancient times. Imagine building a giant monument from a single ginormous rock. That's exactly what happened with the Sphinx. The massive limestone block was exposed after workers started digging, and they carved out the incredible statue we know today. But here's a surprising twist: despite being slaves, these ancient laborers enjoyed top-notch grub. We're talking prime cuts of beef, the kind you'd expect to find in a fancy restaurant today. Now let's dive into one of the biggest mysteries surrounding the Sphinx. What happened to its nose? It's one of those questions that still leaves us scratching our heads, and believe it or not, even archaeologists are stumped. Let's debunk some common myths about the Sphinx's missing nose. You might have heard one of these. Some people think it happened during Napoleon's army adventure in Egypt, when they blasted away with cannons to uncover the Sphinx, but accidentally hit its face. But experts now know that's just a myth. Others believe that when Arab armies conquered Egypt, the Giza leaders chopped off the nose as a way to reject polytheism and idols. Sounds dramatic, right? Unfortunately, even this theory is likely false. So what do we really think? Well, it might be as simple as Mother Nature taking her course over thousands of years. Buckle up, history buffs. The Great Sphinx has been shrouded in mystery for centuries, and scientists are racing to uncover its secrets. One mind-blowing theory is that it's a whopping 9,000 years old. Yes, you read that right, twice the age we previously thought. Originally, many believed Pharaoh Khufu from Egypt's 4th dynasty commissioned this monumental statue around 500 years ago. But new evidence suggests our understanding of its origins might be way off, and it could be a relic from an even more ancient civilization. Buckle up, because we're about to turn some ancient history on its head. Contrary to popular belief linking the structure directly to someone named Khafre, there's actually zero credible evidence supporting that claim. In fact, it seems like any supposed connections were only added much later, after the building had already stood tall for a while. But here's where things get even more mind-blowing. Scientists have discovered signs of water erosion on the Sphinx, which tells us one thing: this place used to be super wet. About 10,000 years ago, it was a lush valley with consistent rainfall, totally different from the hot desert we know today. Buckle up, history buffs. If this mind-blowing theory holds true, we're talking game-changing revelations about ancient Egypt, a civilization that's only around 5,000 years old, and what we think we know might just be scratching the surface. Now, let's talk about number 7, the Sphinx's secret life. For thousands of years, this iconic wonder was hidden from the world, literally buried under sand, forgotten by time, or unknown to those who came after. It wasn't until Napoleon's French campaign in Egypt from 1798 to 1801 that the Sphinx reemerged, along with many other lost treasures thought to be eternally trapped in Egypt's harsh desert conditions. Fasten your seatbelts for this mind-blowing era called Egyptomania. In 19th century Europe, it was all about Egypt. And we're not just talking hieroglyphs and mummies. The continent went crazy for everything Egyptian, from fashion to art, and wealthy collectors were willing to shell out a fortune for ancient artifacts. This craze brought many powers into the region, with local populations eager to uncover secrets of their rich history. But where did all these priceless relics end up? You guessed it, in museums across Europe. And here's an interesting twist: we're lucky if we know what the Sphinx really looked like in its heyday, since restoration work from that time was limited by our ancestors, not so advanced excavation tech. Get ready to uncover a mind-blowing secret about the Great Sphinx. For a long time, historians thought its details were lost forever. But what if I told you it wasn't just plain old stone? It's believed that when this majestic creature was first built, it was actually wearing a vibrant, red coat of paint covering the entire structure. Archaeologists have discovered traces of this ancient paint in the air and even on one of its ears. Can you believe it? And here's the coolest part: it might not have stopped at just one color. Imagine it rocking multiple bright hues, like we see in so many Egyptian artworks from back then. Get ready for some mind-blowing mystery. Did you know that beneath the Great Sphinx lies a potential secret basement? This isn't just speculation. Many ancient Egyptian structures were designed with puzzles and hidden passages, often containing treasures or symbolic messages for the ruling dynasties. Think Indiana Jones-style treasure hunts. While archaeologists have uncovered some of these secrets, others remain elusive due to the risk of damaging these fragile historical sites during excavation. The Sphinx itself has several mysterious openings, including one on its head and another in the middle of its back with a metal door. But what's down there? It's still an unsolved puzzle that researchers are working to uncover. Get ready for a Sphinx scoop. You've probably heard that this legendary statue went through some serious makeovers over the centuries. The massive excavation projects didn't just remove paint, they also stripped away details, leaving us with a less detailed version of the Great Sphinx today. One major detail, its iconic chin beard. Yes, you read that right, it had a beard. Although archaeologists found most of it intact, unfortunately, erosion and damage forced them to shave it off. Now, its remnants are rocking the British Museum shelves. Did you know, though, that experts have made some amazing recreations of how the Sphinx might have looked before those damaging digs? They worked their magic until 1920, giving us a glimpse into this ancient wonder's original grandeur. Let's dive into number 3, secret passageways. You know how we talked about those hidden basements beneath the Sphinx? Well, Egypt historians think there were probably secret tunnels under the Sphinx leading to other pyramids in the complex. The trouble is, laws and preservation efforts stop us from fully exploring them, so we might never uncover the full truth. But imagine what could be hidden down these passageways. Untold treasures and art from that era. If we're lucky, it could even help us crack the age-old mystery of the Sphinx's origins once and for all. Buckle up, explorers. The ancient Sphinx. One of history's biggest mysteries waiting to be unraveled. Now, let's get this straight. We're about to dive into its enigmatic past without going down the rabbit hole of alien theories. Because, honestly, who needs them? The reason lies in the Sphinx's mind-boggling age and the eerie silence surrounding its construction and history. For centuries, people have pointed fingers at supernatural forces, or even otherworldly beings, for building such an awe-inspiring structure. But here's the thing. Based on our current knowledge, the technology to create something like this just didn't exist back then. So, what if local rulers took a little help from there? Let's say, friends from beyond our planet. The possibilities are endless, and that's exactly why we're starting with number 1, buckle up, history buffs. You won't believe there might be more to the story of the famous Great Sphinx. Did you know that it's not even the only one? There are actually several Sphinxes scattered across ancient Egyptian civilization, from a teeny 11-inch version found in Aswan back in 2018, to other mysterious structures that have gone missing with time. The truth is, researchers think there might be an even older Sphinx out there, but sadly, it's lost forever.